We resume at a factory where another attack has been held, led by Commander Sepor. With his mooks, lay waste to everything. The Rangers show up and fight off the invaders. While that's going on, the rest of Vikar's fleet observe. Good thing these soldiers gotten an upgrade after last time. Unfortunately, these Rangers are a nuisance thanks to their tactics, leading to a brawl between Sepor and the Rangers. With the help of Legend Mode, they manage to defeat their foe by a Red Ranger combo. At this rate, they'll incur the Prince's wrath again. However, Levira reveals her latest creation. This will turn the tides. Though, not expecting it to be used on this planet, the Rangers will be an exception. Pulling the trigger enlarges Sepor and the Bruisers, resulting the Rangers to summon their Zords. Using their individual rides, bombard the Titans, afterwards combine into the legendary Megazord. They clash against the Squid and its remaining mook, thrusting their swords on them. The Bruiser fire its twin cannons, which the mecha backflips evading most. Sepor sees them, only to twist the back dial that unleashed a giant cannon that got him off and eliminated his grunt. Let's finish this. Activates the finisher, Legend Starburst. Shoots a non-stop barrage with Sepor trading shots. In the end, he succumbed to the attacks and exploded. From a distance, a cloaked figure watched. This must be them. Let's see if they're ready for what's to come. Out from the cloak shows a certain M crest. Vikar was infuriated while being sued by Damaras. Ask about the bounties if there's been any response. None so far, considering the Rangers just returned. There has to be a way to get rid of. Then it hit him. Why not their sleeper agents? His staff weren't keen on this due to not wanting to expose them. Annoyed, he's aware, just call at least one to initiate their plan. Not a bad idea, it might take a while. As they finalize, Damaras ponders, of all the time, why now did they return? Izuku has been studying the treasure box, noting it on his ranger analysis. According to Gosei, some of these teams are from the distant past and other dimensions. This discovery has been racking his brain, which led to his motoring spree. Already used to his behavior, Nabi bonked him in the head, snapping him out. Izuku apologized for that, he just got too excited. The two have been bonding to ranger-related things and adventures of his dad. In fact, his father created her to aid him on his missions. Now they're just having a casual conversation. Soon, they hear Inko's call for assistance. When Izuku left, Nabi felt a tingling inside. Could it be? After tidying up, Inko is delighted to meet the rest of her son's friends who are arriving soon. Of course, Izuku's nervous and hopes this goes well. Shortly after, his mom gets to know his friends and vice versa. Toguro went dead inside due to unnecessary aid from his mom, who is insisting, which Jiro chortled at the fact someone managed to break Mantis's demeanor, as well as getting tips on her issues. When it comes to Denki, asked to be taught on how things work, to which she was glad to. Ochako and Inko hit it off pretty well, even almost embarrassing Izuku. The Gravity Girl tries to cheer him up. She can relate. His mother felt sorry upon hearing their stories and was terrified the fact this empire affected them, even though Oraka is up in the air, still a possibility. Come to think of it, does Izuku have one? To which he reassuringly denied it, earning him looks from his friends. While Inko finds some board games, the Rangers confer on letting Miss Midoriya know Akared's fate. With Toguro added, it will get worse over time for both of them, it's better to at least try. Kyoka supports it, relaying how she has been lying to her mom on what she's been doing all these years. Wish she could tell, but all that's happened isn't sure. Izuku understands where they're coming from. It's just he doesn't want to worry his mom, who is already uneasy on him being a Power Ranger. But he promised to tell her in the right time. Accepting his answer, they move on to his findings. He gives them his notebooks, and were impressed by his details on each team. Sure, there's some errors and assumptions. Still, nifty. They compliment his work while reading Ranger teams that caught their eyes, causing the cinnamon roll to fluster, saying it was nothing. While having a somewhat enjoying game night, Nabi contacted Gosei on receiving a prophecy. Good to know. They'll discuss further tomorrow. All of them should enjoy themselves. Nabi looks at the group. She knows they can handle whatever it is. On a query, several workers do their multiple shifts. One worker just finished his, then felt a ping. Now alone, activate and kneels to what His Highness seeks, who demanded intel. He imparts this planet's volcanoes can be weaponized to ignite this world. Mused by this, authorize it, just as long he destroyed the Power Rangers. Do expect reinforcement to join him, ending the call. Not needing his disguise anymore, reverts back as several eruptions arise, accompanied with multiple screams. At the command chamber, Gosei briefed the Rangers on the first power has been found thanks to Nabi's ability, and could lead to meeting a veteran who will guide them. A good opportunity, it will be fruitful learning from a vet, especially Izuku, whose eyes sparkle at the thought. Let's navigate the treasure, proceeds to hit her head on the ceiling. Urako caught her, concerned if that was really necessary. With that, the prophecy states, the insightful mermaid shall lead to what believes. This left the group confused on how vague it is. Luckily, Gosei clarifies these forecasts do correlate with a legendary ranger. It's just Nabi isn't aware on their civilian lives. Even with that, they're still puzzled. Ochako turns to Izuku if he had any clue. So far, none. In any case, the location of the veteran has been found, although, be careful, the area has been unusual lately. After preparing, they were teleported to a foggy forest. Right off the bat, plus their phone seems to be glitching. The Rangers trek on, unsure where the path leads. After a while, the fog fades and begin their search. That is, a warning shot interrupts them. Eruptor was perplexed. How'd they known about their plan? Baffled as their foe, told they have no clue, besides we're not the one picking fights. Whatever, at least he'll get his bounty. The team morphs, then battle the X-Borgs, taking them down. Eruptor rushed towards Doc, striking him, and goes for a follow-up had Doc not accidentally tripped that got him off guard. Using this chance, Doc proceeds to comically smack him across. Jiro commends him, though doubts he could do it again, irritating him. What's that supposed to mean? Irked by this, the Kaijin dug his tails, triggering a violent quake. They need to get out of here! Too late, as the eruption caught the Rangers, blasting them far. Elsewhere, Izuku helped Doc up. The Machine Empire was surprised Midoriya recovered quickly, who explained has taken a lot worse. Guess they've been separated. Before continuing, a cloaked figure appears, saying, "Seems you aren't ready for the armada." "Who are you?" "I'm a sorceress who lost her magic," uncloaking herself, which Izuku immediately recognized. She's Madison Roca, the Blue Mystic Force Ranger. Wow, spot on. She knows who they are, and from what she saw, they have a long way finding this treasure. You've still yet to tap into the full power of every Ranger team, so she's here to help. However, she isn't handing it out and wants to see if they're worthy, further explaining the goal is to reach her without morphing, and encourages Dawn to participate before running off. Izuku's about to follow till Doc stops him, expressing isn't sure about it, considering this is something his kind is put off. and might jeopardize acquiring the power. Izuku gave him a pep talk to don't doubt himself and ask why did he join UA? At first, to learn their customs, but then, being a hero was compelling to him. He nods and gets why. But it wouldn't hurt to try. Isn't he curious on the possibility? He does. It's just he isn't as brave as him. Izuku disagree. In truth, he's scared too. What he faces is filled with doubts. Yet, he holds on to hope. So deep down, everyone has courage within. I'm sure you'll find yours. Moved by his words, Doc hesitantly joins. Izuku smiles, then calls the rest, giving them the good news. Great, though they may take a while to get there, as Xborg surrounds them. While shooting down most, more came, then changed into Black Rangers, continuing their fight. In their ongoing chase, spotted Maddie and closed in. However, she cast a spell that trapped them in a vortex. At this speed, would most likely tear them apart upon contact, both deduce. Though, Izuku has a different idea. Thanks to his notes on Mystic Force, attempts to walk out. Doc tries to stop him, only to trip instead. Both him and Midoriya were unharmed. The latter helped him and explained that was just an illusion. They ran up to Maddie's direction. Meanwhile, the three used their special moves, destroying the Borgs. Eruptor charged in, overwhelming them with his flaming assaults. So, they shift tactics, changing into White Rangers, striking back. Grunting, he's not going down that easy, drilling the ground, escaping in the process. Back with the two, they follow Maddie's trail, though they hear a loud crackling noise. Looking up, a ball of energy appears, fires lightning at them. Surprised and scared respectively, both run and evade the coming bolts while the orb give chase. Since Miss Roca never excluded their weapons, Izuku embeds his sword, then grabs the frightened Doc to dive at a ledge. Just as electricity hits his blade, the orb disappears afterwards. Doc cowers. He's not cut out for this. In the end, lost his courage and is regretting doing this. Midoriya gave him a reassuring smile, doing his best to uplift him to keep going. They reach a cliffside where Maddie awaits, clearly wanting them to do a leap of faith. Knowing how dangerous this is, Doc was stunned to see Midoriya calm his nerves and ready himself to jump. As he do so, midway, Eruptor bursts forth, grabs and drags him down. Fortunately, Midoriya knocked him off and stabbed the cliff face. He tells Doc he's fine, just reach Miss Roca, though the automaton is scared, doubting he could do it. Remember what he said to him, find your courage, it's deep within. Whatever happens, he has faith in him. Don noticed a loose boulder near Midoriya. Not wanting his captain to die, he goes to a nearby bamboo and cuts it. Madison watched on, curious to see how this plays out. Doc used the trunk to pole bolt across, as well as destroying the boulder. He almost fell short if it weren't for Maddie, and after getting Izuku up, she congratulates both. They've shown courage and faith. These are the fundamentals on learning good magic. As long as your mind is placed into it, you can make anything possible. Now that both of you found it, you can now use the ultimate power of Mystic Force. Amazed, Izuku and Doc thanks the sorcerers for helping them believe, while the latter put some leeway. The others soon arrive, catching up and learn about fate in magic by the three, plus a spell. Soon after, Eruptor arrives, ready to obliterate them. Maddie decides to spectate, wanting to see their progress. With everyone more blasted the spy and his backup, the battle raged on, with them clashing blades. Eventually, the two take out each bruisers, with the girls finish the last one. Doc and Eruptor duel once more, doing a bit better, even tugging his tails around, but a swipe knocked him back. The Kaijin once again used his eruption move, followed by a fireball damaging the Rangers. At this rate, we're finished if we keep this up. Doc suggests to use the power of good magic. The rest assent. Magical Source! Mystic Force! Now as Power Rangers Mystic Force receive new spell codes. Galwit, Ligate, Inimica! Binds Eruptor with his own plugs. Using their Magistap, Kyoka, in crossbow mode, fires a volley of bolts. Toguro summons an exploding water geysers, followed by Ochako who conjure a tornado that whips rapidly. Doc slams his axe, that form vines and repeatedly strikes. Finally, in sword mode, with the power of the Phoenix, Izuku slams into Eruptor. The five revert back, activate their final strike, Legacy Blast. Hitting its mark, Eruptor explodes. Shortly after, Gigantify along with the Bruisers. After forming the Megazord, Eruptor orders a sky formation. The Bruisers convert into a jet fighter of sort and barrage the startled Rangers, who blocks it. Despite holding their ground, the impact was still felt. At that moment, the Mystic Force keys glow. This must be the team's full power. Ranger Key, set! Galwit, Neramax, Unios! The stalemate breaks as the mecha's hatches open, where a dragon pops out, flies towards one of the jets, and bashed it. The Rangers were in awe seeing a real dragon. I mean, Ryoko has a quirk based on one, but this is a literal dragon. Not just any dragon, Izuku exclaimed. That's Fireheart! Said Dragon attached himself on the robo, forming the Legend Mystic Megazord, giving it the ability to take flight. With it, they soar through the remaining ships, fire blasting them. It's time to end this. Activating the finisher, Mystic Spell Seal. Fireheart circles around Eruptor, creating 3 mystic seals that bind round him, blasting him apart and bringing the battle to end. Checkmate, as Fireheart bellows. Madison smiles. Our power is now in good hands. Then thanks Matumbo for the help. He nods and flies back to Briarwood. When the Rangers return, we're shocked to see Maddie talking to Gosei, Alpha, and Nabi, who greets them. What's going on? Gosei relay Madison here has some news for them. She bear a discovery from her crystal ball, unfolding, the monster they fought is a sleeper agent. Eyes widen, they thought it was a commander. Get this, he and possibly several others have a device that prevents them from being detected. They need to be careful, especially now having bounties on their heads. Oh yeah, that spy did mention about one. At least this gives a piece to a bigger picture on all those incidents, especially Uraraka who feels that culprit is still out there. Moving into something positive, the sorceress reveals she has some spare time before meeting up with her sis, so if they like, she could give them extra lessons. Sure, they'll be down to learn more. Gosei thanks her for teaching them. She simply smiles. It's fine. Besides, she and the others have to prepare them for the future. I must ask, how is it? So far it's vague, but I'm sure they'll pull through. She begins teaching the five on what her mentors have taught her and help those who are struggling to get a better understanding, even displaying a few spells along with sharing her time as a ranger. Izuku was overjoyed finally gotten a veteran to sign his notebook. He doubts he would get every member of each team, but he's happy nonetheless. It's not just him, the others improve as well, especially Ochako who develops a fondness for magic. At the end of the day, the veteran bid farewell, remember the lesson she had taught them, and take good care of Fireheart before teleporting away. It was late afternoon. Doc thanks Izuku for helping him find his courage. No problem, he's happy to help a friend. Also, what brings him here? Oh, his mom is gonna teach him a few things. While Nabi cheers on her prophecy being real, Izuku looks back at the chess. One down, 43 to go. So many teams. How cool is that? It won't deter him, and he's excited to what the other legendary rangers has in store. He looks over to his mom and back at his personal ranger key. I promise you, Dad, we will complete your mission. And that is where we're gonna be leaving things for right now. So, what do you think of the first tribute? Did I do a good job or it needs some improvement? I am open for suggestions in the comments, and I would like to admit to all of you this series is one of the series that I have too many ideas. I really can't help myself because I really enjoy making this one, and I have a lot of ideas. It was thanks to knowing more about the lore of Power Rangers and getting to know Super Sentai more, the Boom comics. I kind of get like a good some ideas that I want to work, especially the other characters from My Hero will be affected to all of this as the story goes on, of course. So I guess that's all I could say about it. Again, I really can't help myself, and I really hope that another series that I'm gonna make is not going to have like any problems. So wish me luck for the next video. So that's all I would say for right now. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.